There's Mark, also with someone who was in the theater. Mark?
She was in the movie theater complex when this happened. I know it's been a very rough night, so I appreciate it, Shayla. Tell me where you were when the trouble first started.
We were actually on the opposite wing. We were supposed to be in the theater that everything started from, but we weren't unable to get tickets, so we were in the opposite wing of the theater. We had seen the emergency lights go on, the alarms go on. Everyone thought it was just a joke, but as we look over to the emergency exit, we see a cop jumping up and down with a gun. And that's when it all hit us, that it was actually a real emergency.
Had the movie started when all of this happened?
It was probably 10 minutes into the movie.
Did you hear gunshots or commotion, or was that confused with the movie?
It was just the movie. But as I heard from the other theater, they had heard the gunshots from those theaters, but we had not actually heard anything from our theater.
So when you were basically told to evacuate, is that correct?
That is correct.
And unfortunately, you did see people who were seriously hurt?
That is correct. The first thing that we saw as we exited the emergency exit was probably a 13-year-old girl. She had a severe bullet wound in her leg, stomach, and it looked like chest. And she had a look in her eyes that I've never seen before. It looked like it was honestly just death. And that was the first time I've ever seen that in my life.
And there were other people around too who were injured?
Yes. As we kept exiting, we still didn't know the severity of the incident. We kept exiting towards our car. As we walked out, we saw multiple 3 or 4 people walking out with blood on them. Policemen following them, telling them they needed ambulances to follow. We kept walking out towards our car. About 30 seconds later, we had recognized that the good crowd, probably 200 people, started running away from the theater. And that's when we realized we need to get out of here right now. We exited to our car, got in our car. It took us another 2 hours to get out of there as police still patrolled the building completely.
So did you feel that you were in danger at that point?
100%. And I'm someone who I don't feel that. I'm always a positive person. I never feel like I'm in danger. I think that, my positive attitude will keep me above everything. But as I kept exiting, as I saw everyone walking out with blood on them, it just started sinking into me. This is real. This isn't a movie. This isn't anything that I'm imagining in my head. This is something I need to get out now for my safety.
2 more quick questions because I know you're exhausted. Was anyone giving you instruction as to where to go when you were in the parking lot?
Honestly, the police were just saying, get out of here, get out of here. They're just saying the best place to go is away, leave. And as we exited, even in our cars, I asked the policeman what exactly was going on. And he told us what was going on. And I said, what can we do from here? And he said, leave. Just get out of here. We do not have the man contained. Just leave.
And you were by yourself?
I was with my boyfriend and a couple friends.
Okay. And finally, you were supposed to be in that theater.
We were supposed to be in that theater, and it was just a freak incident that the credit card didn't go through at that point in time, so we ended up booking the later movie that wasn't supposed to be, that no one knew about until about half hour before the movie actually happened.
And you've got to feel, I don't know if you're spiritual or not, but I don't know how you make sense of that.
I feel lucky. I feel so happy at the same time, but I feel so sad for everyone that was in that theater.
And you're from Aurora?
I'm not from Aurora.
Where are you from?
I grew up in Colorado Springs and I went to school in Boulder.
You're just visiting friends here. Do you live
I
in this
live
area?
here now.
Okay.
I do live here now, though.
Shayla, I appreciate it.
No problem at all.
You kept it together. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you get some peace.
Sounds good.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Thanks
I
very
appreciate
much.
it.
Thank you very much. And there are countless stories like that we are hearing from what happened here. Even for people who were not directly there, I think that these images are so strong and so moving. You can't help but empathize with everyone who was here early this morning, Mitch and Anna.
Yeah, absolutely. I got goosebumps just hearing her speak. Thanks to Shayla again for sharing with us. And Mark, we appreciate your time there. Let's move to